Welcome to Kump. Zoran Mandami has won the New York City mayoral election. We are now living in a socialist state, in the socialist city, the socialist apple, if you will.
How does it feel?
Feels there's wildness in the streets. I smell burning garbage. I smell all sorts of meat rotting. But that's normal for me. There's dogs roaming wild, and we have a story which plays into that. But I mean, I it doesn't surprise me that dogs are being hunted by the police because I see random wild dogs roaming the streets at all times. Kids without parents at brunch, and it's just sickening. Well, it's just, I mean, nothing worse than brunch. You know, why don't you get a job? Like a job where you lift heavy metal and rocks. And also, while we're here, I usually do a little later. Why don't you like and subscribe to the show, please? People say, why, you take it too easy with people. You got to do a call to action, right? I try to be laid back and go, hey, subscribe to the show, like and subscribe, and also hit the notification bell. Right? And you mentioned the Patreon, and I always say it's a good deal, right? It's $5 a month, and you get an extra episode every month, every week. So it's for that $5, you get 4 episodes, whatever, every week. I don't count the weeks. It's every week.
You're rich in episodes.
But people say, I'm too coy about it, so I'll just say, I need the money. I need it. I really need the money. So if you have the money, you get something in return. But I'm not a wealthy man. I need the money. All right?
I didn't realize that's what they meant. I thought they meant like you need to make them feel like they're not a man if they don't subscribe.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a woman, so I'm not good at making men not feel like they're men. Even if I get into a fight, we tag it out. We hug it out. We play poker together.
Yeah.
When I get in a fight with a man, I play poker with him afterwards, and it's all good. I don't care what he does to me.
No matter how badly he brutalizes you.
Yeah, as long as it stays in the ring. Metaphorically speaking. Don't come back later with a bottle. That's not gentlemanly. That's not forgiveness. So just whatever. But we need the money for all sorts of reasons to live our lives. And I'm here. I'm what's the word? I'm on my knees begging like a beggar. I'm a beggar.
Take a look at me now.
Take a look at me. Look at your wounded king. Look at your prostrate king. Oh man! Welcome to Kump.
So as you said, dogs are being executed.
They're all over the place. I don't know why.
Because they're haram now, I guess. Now that Zohran is mayor, dogs are illegal.
Is that true? Are the Muslims not like dogs?
Yeah. They
I've heard in Pakistan that dogs are no go.
They have a 1,000-year rivalry.
Really, with dogs?
Yeah.
I don't want to get into a whole thing here. We feel like should be rivalry with Christendom. I thought was the thing, not with dogs. like Muslims like no, we're Christian. We're Christians. No, we're all talking about the Crusades, and they're like, no, we're fighting with dogs.
The Christians are just a pawn in the dog's plan.
Yeah, I mean, cats go back to at least ancient Egypt. Ancient Egyptians loved cats.
Oh yeah,
they would lay with them. I don't mean sex. I mean, but they would lay down, cuddle. I think, right? They would let them roam around their ancient cities, their lovely commodes, right?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to think that an Egyptian pharaoh knows what it's like to give their cat a little squeeze and then have it run away from them.
Yeah. Oh, he's like, this cat. Oh, he can't do it. You think he would get mad? I mean, a pharaoh is a god in their eyes, not in my eyes. If I met a pharaoh, I'd be like, what's up, bro? They're like, well, he's a god. Like, not to me. My gods are like, invisible things. You know, we don't make men gods. That's kind of our thing. I mean, Jesus kind of, but he was, you know, he only lasted like 33 years, famously. And then we had a guy, because you can't have a guy. I'm not trying to slag off Egypt here. This is not the anti-Egypt podcast as a way, because Zoran's not Egyptian. No. I was going to say that's a way of going against Zoran. Mm-hmm. We're not skewing anti, because I'm talking about, you know, I don't think that current people in Egypt loved it, because they weren't Muslim back then. Right?
Right.
You know, Egypt's Muslim now. So they probably don't love it. Like, you know, I mean, like, it's like, no one hates the emperor of China more than Mao Zedong. He's dead, but I mean, you know, back then, right? Like, communist China's not like, look how, like, they're not glazing the old emperors. Mm-hmm. They're not glazing Confucius, right?
Right.
So in the same way, you know, like, they probably would, like, you know, endorse me slagging, you know, because you know who likes the old king? People who were trying to overthrow the current king from outside, the businessmen who are like, hey, like in Iran, everyone's always, you know, they were trying, when the whole thing of Israel and Iran was going on a few months ago, they were trying to get their Shah's kid back in power. Their Shah. What, dude? The Shah. So don't, you know, whatever. Don't get it twisted. My point is, but so if I saw a pharaoh, you know, I would kind of clown him. Like, why you wearing mascara, bro? I mean, look, I guess he'd also have a bunch of guards, and they'd be like, you know, they'd be ready to kill me. So maybe I'd modulate how tough I sounded.
I wonder how badly you could clown a pharaoh before one of their guards would cut you down.
Yeah, I'm guessing that, like, you know, if I did like Yo Mama joke that was so good, Yo Mama's so fat the pyramid fills her ass. You know? It's just not that good, but he might like it. They might not be familiar with Yo Mama jokes. Your mama's so fat when she sits on the pyramid says, "Excuse me." And the guard brings his like weird little knife sword. His art is like the big spear with the arc on the end of it. I remember seeing in that movie Stargate, which is kind of Egypt.
Right.
Remember the premise of Stargate? Stargate was a movie about James Spader, and Kurt Russell was like an army captain whose son shot himself with his gun, I think his son like found his gun and shot himself.
Right.
And so he just sits on his son's bed with a gun ready to do himself in.
Honestly, one of the most impactful opening scenes I've ever seen in anything.
Right. And then like the army colonel or whatever comes in and goes, "We need you." I'm like, wait, we brought that guy in? I mean, if I'm the general in charge, I'm like, what do you mean, brought that guy? Where'd you find him? Oh, where was he? Was he drowning his sorrows at the bar? His dead son, R.I.P.? He goes, no, he was sitting on the son's bed with the gun that he shot himself with, holding the gun and looking like he was about to do it too.
He's the best in the game.
As a general, I mean, like, wait. I mean, the bar is one thing, you know, having a few beers. I mean, I would, if you told me he was drinking hard liquor, I'd be a little like, you know, I enjoy whiskey, but I'm not in the military. I'm just saying, you know, but being that close to the edge, you know, we need this guy for Egypt space adventures. Seems crazy, but whatever. They bring him on. James Spader's an Egyptologist. They find an alien gate. He does the hieroglyphics. It opens up a little whirlpool, like a hot tub, right? In a vertical hot tub, and they walk through it, and they're in ancient Egypt. And yeah, I think the idea is that this is actually the people who made the pyramids. You know, they colonized Egypt.
Right.
You would think that those people, if they could build a Stargate, would be able to colonize it with like electricity, but whatever. I digress.
It screws up the whole, like, you know, aesthetic that they were going for.
Yeah, you can't have plugs everywhere. I mean, that's the thing about everything before electricity is you never had to deal with plugs. Plugs, like, there's nothing worse looking than wires. You have to be so good with wires. Like, I know rich people. I go to their apartments sometimes. Certain rich people. Not who you think either. Yeah, I know a lot of rich people. And some are messier. Some have better, tighter, what do you call it? Fit? Yeah. They're, you know what I mean? Like where the wires, you know, you need to like...
Everything is covered by something kind of squishy and colorful. And
what I'm saying is like, no, here's the thing you have to do. When you're rich, you can't just plug something in. You have to have a guy carve into your wall with a drywall knife and then like make a canal for the wires. and then like cover and patch it back up, so it just looks like it's just there's no wires anywhere. You know, behind our TV is a spaghetti bowl full of electrical wires. You know, PS5, Switch, DVD, you know, Blu-ray player. You want, you know, these people also like them. They don't do that. We don't need a where you put a PS5 in? We don't. We're not civilized. We don't play that shit.
Yeah, we have one essential oils diffuser.
Yeah.
That we plug in.
That goes into the wall. I mean, not a plug, into the wall. You know what I mean? Anyway, what am I describing here? A man. So the point about dogs in ancient Egypt, they had cats and dogs roamed the streets.
Yeah.
We have a story about that?
That's right.
That was your cue. What do we have here?
NYPD officer shoots, kills dog running loose in Queens.
So we have that was all 10 minutes setup for this story. We're trying to do new things in this show. We're setting up stories. So you thought it was just something that happened in Egypt, but it's happened in New York. Wild dogs roaming the streets.
That's right. This looks like a Jack Russell Terrier or something.
It looks like Eddie from Frasier. It's a cute dog.
Yeah, it looks domesticated, honestly. It doesn't look like
it would
be rabid.
You were saying something about dogs before. Mm-hmm. Would you like to repeat it?
Well, honestly, like I can, as horrible as the sound.
No, now we're looking at this Eddie dog. It's a Jack Russell Terrier.
It's pretty cute. It's not.
Yeah, but what did you say?
It's probably not just to have shot this dog, but you know, sometimes I do. You just see a person.
Yeah.
Arrogantly walking.
Right.
With some little poodle off a lead.
Oh, it was a poodle you were talking. I assumed you were talking about a Rottweiler.
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, sometimes.
Or a pit bull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I once had to take another path to work just because there were two lone, giant pit bulls, beefy pit bulls.
Yeah.
Walking in tandem like a couple down the street.
Really?
No owner.
Wow.
But
did they approach you? Did they clock you?
They haven't clocked me yet.
Okay.
But I stealthed. I stealthed my way around them.
Think Metal Gear Solid?
Yeah.
All right.
But there is but sometimes you see somebody with a more innocuous dog, even little poodle or something,
sure,
off a leash,
right? And
then they're just strolling around, like they're living in utopia,
right?
And it's like part of you wants something to happen to the dog just so that the owner gets karma.
I would prefer if they got hit by a car. If the dog, I would like it for the dog to run out and they go, no, dog. And then a guy, like an Uber Eats bicyclist who's on a sidewalk just nails them and their life is paralyzed. I mean, that is the thing, though. The thing about life is, there's no better. Yeah, that would actually be good for them. Which I'll get to that in a minute, though. Mm-hmm. That's part of my new life plan. Let's see what happened with this. You know, maybe it's like a Milo and Otis kind of thing where the dog was trying to get home.
Oh, maybe.
Let's see what happened here.
An NYPD officer shot and killed a dog while responding to a scene with several loose dogs. Oh, okay, so there were a bunch of dogs.
Yeah, it's like that movie with who was in it? It came out a few years ago. I think who's the big guy? Kevin Hart, was he in it?
Right. Yeah.
With the dogs, it's called My Dog. Something.
It's called Bow Wow Wow.
Bow Wow Wow, the boys.
Yeah.
Starring Snoop Dogg and Dame Judi Snatch.
Yeah, Seth Rogen as a weed smoking dog.
There's a very good movie we came up with in the Patreons from last year. It was called, and it was a Dame Judi Snatch was what it was called, the movie?
Or Dame Judi Stench?
I think that would be the clever thing, but that was the thing. It's about a billionaire. I mean, it's a long bit we did. It was a long idea, but it was about a billionaire who it was like what would she do it for the money? I think she died recently. She might have died, which I should have brought this up. I should have clipped it for that. Is she alive?
No, she's not dead.
Oh, good. We should try to get her on the show. But whatever.
That means that Dame Judi Snatch could still happen.
Yeah, I'd love to make. Again, we need the money. That money will go. I'm not gonna lie and say it'll go straight to that. But if I have that, if I can pay certain bills, then I can make. Maybe I can make that happen in a separate thing. But don't you dare try to bring accountants, forensic accountants, years from now and go. You said you'd get the Snatch movie. No idea.
I mean, now we have more leverage than ever. Because now AI actors are taking over the scene.
Yeah, who do you think you are, Judi Snatch, James Dench?
They got a hot young brunette who's about to star in all the movies. She never ages.
Oh, that girl, yeah. What's her name again?
Yeah, I forget her name.
Alabay Bo. Listen to me, Dench. Alabay Bo, the AI bitch, is going to take everything. And no one needs your ass, all right? You smell bad. I mean, that's the thing. I've never met a famous older person. Have you? Like a famous older person.
You mean an older person who just became famous?
No, I mean a person who's been famous well into their twilight years.
I'm trying to think.
I never met Michael Caine, for instance.
I once saw Mickey Rooney.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
At the Hollywood Bowl.
The Hollywood Bowl?
Yeah.
Wait, in L.A.?
Yeah.
Oh, you were a kid?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I was visiting an aunt, we went to see
a concert.
Midsummer Night's Dream at the
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, all right. I mean, yes, all right. Up close and personal, because in my experience, they smell like piss and they smell like shit. Just saying. I didn't always know what that smell was, but now I know because I worked in the morgue and I'm a man. You know, you think you know what shit smells like, but I mean, like I remember, being at the morgue for a few weeks, right, a month, and I was at my friend's apartment, and he had a dog, and I'm like, what's this? And I remember thinking, it smells kind of like work right now. And his dog had actually shit like where it shouldn't have inside. It was a kind of new dog. And he's like, no, you shit here. You shouldn't have done it. Whatever. The point is, I'm like, oh, it clicked. Like what I'm smelling, because you're cutting people open. You're cutting people open, and inside their body is like a colon. They call it long intestine for a reason. It's days worth of shit. I mean, unless you die of starvation, you're gonna smell like that. I'm talking about pumping it into the deli containers and all that stuff, milking the colon, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
Are you looking? You're looking like we're gonna lose audience here. I don't know what to tell you. Point is, whatever.
Well, I'm always asking you to talk about this stuff.
Yeah.
But you think that they have that smell on them even before they die?
Old people? Well, I'd like to meet a famous one. Like, Michael Caine smell. Does he perfume himself all the time?
Right.
Probably, right?
I think the skin starts to take on a different smell.
Oh, the skin I mean, like an old person's skin bruises up like you wouldn't believe. This might be the kind of thing where, like, I've said it a million times, but like, I remember I was one of the early days in the morgue. I asked the doctor, is this an elder abuse case? Like, no, old people just bruise. Yeah. Like crazy.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I thought my grandpa was being abused.
Probably was.
I
bet he was. But you're right. Yeah. What'd you say? You saw a bunch of, you got naked in front of you?
Because when he was really, getting on in years.
Yeah.
This is probably a year out from when he actually died.
Did he take his clothes off?
No, but he wasn't fully clothed. He wasn't in a burqa.
Right.
There were parts of skin showing.
Yeah, right, inconsiderate. If I get old enough, I'm gonna burqa my ass. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna turn this PC down. So keep talking about your leopard skin grandpa.
So he was all bruised up. And I asked the hospital, did something happen? Did somebody drop him?
A
little bit accusationally,
K? They didn't speak English. K? K means what, right? Anyway, dog. His dog was shot. Did we actually get to the story? Oh, so this is Siberian Husky mix is what we're talking about. Why are they showing why
are they showing Jasper from Frasier?
Eddie from Frasier. Jasper.
I thought his name was Jasper.
Jasper is the son from JFK, who's played by Oliver Stone's son. Can I stay up, Daddy? No, Jasper. I think you should go to bed. Okay. Whatever.
But a Siberian Husky, that's a little bit more intimidating.
Yeah, I'll say. I mean, what?
A Siberian Husky mix named Princess.
Well, I mean, you could name a spider princess if you want.
How dangerous could Princess have been?
Bite your asshole in half. You have 4 assholes, bifurcated. All because you wanted to play PETA, right? Look, what is your ideal? Because like you were saying before we started, that you feel like the city's made you kind of hate dogs, and you used to love them.
I used to love them, growing up in a little bit more open spaces and stuff.
Right.
Like it was but I think you need like distance. I think you need like more. I think you need wide open spaces to appreciate dogs. You can't be stuffed in with dogs,
dude. If you live like. Because I have friends who have like their family have upstate. It sounds rich, and it's kind of it's not. I mean, it's not the homeless people don't tend to have second houses. I'll grant you that, and I don't have one. I don't have one house, but upstate, like way upstate. Like in the Oneonta kind of Delhi area. I've been up there. I've known different people have places up there, cabins, whatever. It's a nice. People can retire up there.
Right.
It's like if you have a job, you can put it away. It's like having a 401k kind of or whatever. I don't know. Why am I always defending? Like, I knew a guy with indoor plumbing. Look at him and go, no, he wasn't rich. Don't get it twisted. Like, such a weird. I always defend myself. Like, hey, just they had a cabin with no electricity. And I'm like, he wasn't a wealthy man. Like, no one thinks you're wealthy. It's not even me. It's my friends. But no. But my point is, you can live like on an acre, 3 acres property. People live on like essentially farms up there, and whether they use it or not, right?
Right.
And then there'll be something where like they'll live in a farm area, and like at the very least, someone will like mow their hay and they'll take the hay as payment. So you can live on a farm, and you can like, oh, dog, go out there and shit wherever you want. Mm-hmm. And like those people are Americans. I'm just saying, those people are on Twitter or X, right?
Right.
Those are the people you're conversing with sometimes. You go, why don't you have dogs? When like my dog would have to live in a 600 square foot apartment or something.
That's right.
I mean, you want a dog in here? It's a different world. It's just a different world. You can take it for a walk, but I mean, that dog can go running around, chasing butterflies, getting into fights with raccoons. There's a brook, not a nice one. Not when you're gonna take I'm not gonna take a portrait from my novel up there for the back of my novel with me like my foot in a log.
It can prance around, get bit by a rabid dog.
It's a brook. Yeah, well, I mean,
it get bit by a rabid raccoon. Then
right.
You have to put it down like Old Yeller.
All right, well, you're just trying to shoot dogs here now.
But I'm just saying, like that's the cycle of life for a dog in a rural setting.
Yeah,
like that's and I see the value of it.
People have such a different conception of animals. Is my point. But in the city, dog will kill you. Mm. If you see a dog, it's a problem. It's some guy who got a dog to guard his drugs. Because when you're a drug dealer, you can't call the cops. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying everyone who has a pit bull is a drug dealer. I'm just saying when you're in the game, you can't call the cops because they'll take your stash and put you in jail, right? If Omar from The Wire, decides to roll up and play stick-up boy on you. So I'm saying is like you have a pit bull, you're trained to kill, and worst case they kill the dog, right? If your dog mauls some guy who's like trying to break into your apartment, I don't think you go to jail. They'll kill the dog, but like you don't care. Mm. This isn't like your little pup. You might grow attached to it, and I think it's terrible. But I'm not in the game. Famously, I'm not in the drug game, and I'm not. This is not a Shakespeare protest too much thing. I'm just saying I'm not in part of that business.
Right.
So what do you want from me? How much can I bleed? I mean, what would be? Is that the ideal situation? Because everyone talks about having a gun and shooting a criminal, but you shoot a guy in your driveway. I mean, it's really clicking for me now. It never occurred to me how much a killer dog would be good for someone in the game. Because you shoot somebody, you can say self-defense, but they're gonna look around.
Right.
I mean, maybe there's a thing where you go like, "Hey, quick, get one of the boys and have them get rid of this, package." I don't mean luggage. I mean heroin. You don't seem to. What is wrong with it?
But with a dog, it's more clear cut.
Yeah.
The dog did it.
Oh, look, this guy was trying to break in. I got this dog.
Yeah.
It killed this guy through the asshole. Because wild animals like to do that, you know.
Right.
I don't know if dogs as much, but I know like a tiger or a lion, if they have the option, they'll bite your ass first. Because they want that's what the quickest way to the organs is through your asshole.
Oh yeah, we were watching videos of a Komodo dragon earlier. I don't know if we did it on the show, but it was eating deer ass first.
Yeah, it's the best way. It's the best way to get that offal.
It's such a strange. You have to have such a strange mouth to do that. It just kind of goes. The mouth just kind of goes slack.
Yeah.
And then some force inside of it is just sucking the deer ass down.
Jeez, this is hot. This is a crazy way to live.
I'm not even sure. Is that the tongue doing that? Is it the tongue slipping it further and further in?
Gee, people are gonna like skip to this part later on. I'm telling you. Wow. Tell me more about this, Lucie.
Oh, let's read some more of this story.
Is there more? I thought we were done.
Well, I just wanted,
no further details were released. The end.
I just wanted to see like why the officer actually shot it.
Because he wanted to. Because he's got the power.
He just wanted to feel that power in his hands.
Give me the
just
power. Give me the gun. I'm in charge. Isn't this fun? NYPD. I should make jingles for the NYPD. Join the NYPD. The homeless are your toys. NYPD. All the girls and boys are afraid of you. Shooting a dog whenever you want. Isn't this fun? Just play with your gun. NYPD. Dreams are made here. NYPD. Eat whenever you feel like it. Spaghetti is on tap at the NYPD. Get a gun. That'll be the clip for this episode. What? We need to make moments. I'm actually getting good enough at this where I can become aware during the episode. I'll make clips happen like that. That's a bit. I manufactured that bit.
That was great.
I am AI. You just think like AI.
Yeah. Absolutely.
What else is going on? So in a related story, a woman got a real nice payday. She really. Look, I think about this too. Can I mention?
A teacher got a real.
Can I mention a person we know vaguely?
Sure.
A person we know, and I'm quite jealous of them, was hit by a car a few years back, and they made. I won't say exactly how much, but they made a good amount of money. And I'm like, this person is made out. Mm-hmm. That's the best thing you can do. You got mad at me the other day.
That's how you get over in
That's how you win.
Yeah.
You got mad at me the other day because we were walking well, you can say we tried to walk to brunch, but then it was my birthday brunch.
Little birthday brunch.
And then but the nice spot was just taken.
Yeah.
It was a line out around the block. So we took the subway back to our neck of the woods to the Roman dog town where we live in, and went to our diner, and they were terrible. I'll say it.
Yeah, I mean,
it was a beautiful birthday. It was a thought that counts.
We did have a nice dinner.
No,
you got some nice gifts.
I just don't want people. I
just didn't want. I don't want people to think that this is the one thing I did for your birthday.
No, it's not. I made the call.
It was a complete failure.
I get nervous because I said I brought up brunch. I'm like, I can't. People, it's true. I mean, if we were bougie and had a great brunch, then I would admit it.
Yeah.
But here's the reality: when I try to do the nice things, the universe says go to hell. But I'm only bringing it up to say that I was darting across the street and you got mad at me, and like worst case, I get hit by a car and we make a bunch of money. Right?
You're look, when you cross the street sometimes you're like You're like a daredevil.
I move quicker than you would think, right?
You're because you're usually actually very practical.
Yeah.
And I think properly risk averse.
Yeah.
But for some reason, when you see a blinking walk light, you just want to.
Because I want to die.
You want to bolt.
I want to be dead. That's my. It's like in Gattaca where he's like, you know what my secret is? I never held anything for the way back. my version is, you know what my secret is? I don't want to be alive. No, but that's all preamble to the point here. So in the same vein.
So this teacher got hers.
A former teacher shot by her 6-year-old student wins a $10 million verdict. God, that's nice.
Oh, 10 mil.
I mean, honestly, this is the lotto. This is the greatest thing that could ever happen to a woman or a man. You know, I mean, and I don't know if she got shot in the face, but she looks all right. You know, she's no Margot Robbie, but she's fine. She looks attractive enough.
Right.
I don't know if she has a man yet, but with 10 million, she can get one.
Now, for all we know, she's like, you know, if they cut to the wide angle, she might be paralyzed from the waist down.
She might be like a squid.
But assuming she's not,
right?
Assuming there's just like, you know, there's a bullet wound in her arm or leg somewhere.
She can't wear bikinis anymore, like Black Widow.
Yeah, like a bikini wouldn't look great.
Yeah, because of a giant bullet scar.
Worth it.
Yeah, it's like.
Yeah.
Imagine turning a $10 million girl back in because you can't wear bikinis.
Yeah.
I need a girl who can wear bikinis. Wear the bikini. I don't care. You know? But guys will just think I shot you. And like they'll be afraid of me. Hey, bro, I shoot my own wife. What do you think I'll do to you? That's great. I mean, I would have you wear midriffs if that was the case. You know? Anytime a guy comes, hey, bro, you're screwing with me. I shot my wife. Well, I love her with all my heart. I don't particularly like you. What do you think I'll do to you?
A jury in Virginia on Thursday awarded $10 million to a former teacher who was shot by a 6-year-old student and later accused an ex-administrator in a lawsuit of ignoring repeated warnings that the child had a gun.
Jesus! I mean, imagine...
Wait, that the child had a gun. Like, not even that, like, oh, this kid is disturbed.
Right.
Or he's drawing pictures of a gun. Or, like, he's talking about how he wants to have a gun really bad. It's just like, no, he has a gun in his hand.
No, it's crazier than anything I've ever heard in my life. And the reality is, like, I mean, here's the problem. Hold on. Turn this down. The problem, like, you would, look, here's the reality. You would, like, report this, or you would get a payout. Like this is here's what I'm saying. How do I put this? If you didn't warn them repeatedly, would they have not given you the money? Would you be getting shot? Just be like, well, what are you gonna do? Like, what would the payout be if he didn't have repeated warnings? Right. If there was a gun. You see my point?
Right. Yeah.
Like, just getting shot by a 6-year-old is not enough. Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, maybe you get $1 million.
Jesus, just $1 million.
If you didn't warn.
Wow.
Multiple times. If you only warned once, you get $1 million. That's
so crazy. The jury returned its decision against Ebony Parker, a former assistant principal. Oh, wait. Oh, no. This is against a guy? You're not getting this money then. I thought it was against the school district. The jury returned its district. I mean, unless maybe they get a former assistant principal at Rich Neck Elementary School, Newport News. Oh, God, Newport News? This town again? I hate this town. Remember, I don't remember how long ago it was, but we talked about Newport News. What a dumb name for a town that is. Yeah. Newport News. It sounds like a tabloid news show or something.
I don't know. To me, it always sounded like idyllic. Like you're gonna live in what's the town in Gilmore Girls?
Swans Hollow.
Stars Hollow.
Stars Hollow. To me, it sounds like, hey, want to go live in the O'Reilly factor? Let's go live in the no spin zone. Abby Werner was shot in January 2023 as she sat at a reading table in her first grade classroom. She had sought $40 million against Parker in the lawsuit. I mean, is this guy rich? Parker is his dad, like the mayor?
Well, it's Ebony Parker. I mean, that sounds like a woman. Right?
Whatever. Okay. I mean, ebony means black, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yes.
Well, I mean, it's used as a black term. I mean, it's the keys. What is ebony?
It's the black of the black keys on the piano.
Right, but it's also a magazine for black people.
Right.
It's a female black people, I guess, right? It's not for men.
No, it's not a men's magazine.
Is Jet for women too?
I'm not sure.
We should really get in touch with black culture, but is that still black culture, or is that kind of is black culture?
I think that's a bit passe.
Yeah, but with black, I wonder. They probably would be like, yo, my mom, like there'd be some guys giving you shit like, what you mean, Ebony? What you mean, Jet? And some guy be like, yo, my mom read that shit. Don't be hating. My grandma's read that shit. Am I wrong here? Am I doing? Is this right? What am I doing? Was my impression is not accurate enough to whatever? To some generic thing.
I'm just.
What you guys clamming up here? I think it's fine. I think I'm doing a fine thing. What? What's the problem?
Swarner just spent nearly 2 weeks in the hospital, requiring 6 surgeries.
2 weeks in the hospital. That's nothing.
6 surgeries.
All right, whatever. They put you under for that. You get a little lewds or whatever.
And does not have full use of her left hand. Well, most people are righties anyway.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I got to jerk off on my right. Boo-hoo.
A bullet narrowly missed her heart and remains in her chest.
Look, if she's getting the money, I ain't complaining. But if it's the kind of thing where Ebony Parker's got pony up and you get maybe get a couple $100,000 over the course. I mean, that's the thing. For my paralegal studies back in college, one of the key things the first things you learn, you can't get blood from a stone. You know,
right?
You're not. You know what that means?
That yeah.
Don't you're suing someone, they better have money because no one's giving you the money.
Right.
No one's giving you that money. I'm just telling you. No. Man. Excuse that. What else you got here?
Now, do you think that there's any chance this will create a perverse incentive
to get shot? Look.
You know that there's a kid in your class who's a little bit on the edge.
Yeah, 100%. I'm talking shit so much. Yeah. I want to become a teacher. So I'm gonna push these kids straight to the edge. Yo, aren't your parents divorced? Punk ass. What you got? Run your pockets, fool.
Maybe your parents would respect you a little bit more if you could,
be a man.
Take
Squeeze
some action.
it. Squeeze it, bitch.
Take some action.
Yeah. Take that. Look at that trigger. Squeeze it, bitch.
You were just putting a gun in the kid's hand and pressing it up against her head,
Tell me I'm a bad teacher. Say it again. Say I'm a poopy head again. I mean, what would drive a child to shoot you think? Do you think that child, what did the child witness? Do you think he just played Grand Theft Auto 5? Oh, he'll get very mad if you accuse him of that. Here's my thing. I don't think video games cause violence mostly, right? Mm-hmm. Especially Doom, right? People used to accuse, people try to blame Columbine on Doom. Remember the first person shoot, the classic game, one of the greatest games ever made. And it's a bit far-fetched. I mean, imagine playing Doom, being like, I want to do this in my school.
Right.
Crazy. But some of these, the younger the kids, those are the high school kids. But a young kid, if he has access to a gun, for whatever reason, if they're playing a game like I'm just saying, I wouldn't rule out that because it sometimes happens. Does it mean you censor games? No, because it's occasionally, if, this chick's getting 10 million, maybe. Depends on who has the money. But whatever. My point is, you don't run society based on lowest common denominator, on every bad kid. The worst shitty kids. This kid's a shitty kid. Can we agree on that, by the way?
Oh, yeah.
This kid fucking sucks. Fuck this kid. I mean, I'm glad this chick's getting money, but this kid's like one of the worst kids I ever heard of. Shot a teacher?
Yeah.
Unless she was, I don't want to accuse her because she got shot. But unless she was doing something.
Honestly, it's even worse if there was no malice in it. If he was just being dumb.
Right, yeah.
What does this do?
Bang. Well, yeah, what I'm saying, yeah. Oh, yeah, hey. No, you're a horrible kid. I remember this, my friend, his aunt was a cop. I used to go in this pool all the time. And we were on this front porch. It's so crazy now I think about it. I'm pretty sure we were on the front porch in like suburbs of Long Island, right? Mm-hmm. I grew up in Deer Park. And so you're in a suburban area, right? Blocks, right? Mm-hmm. And you got a stoop that goes up to the, you know what I'm talking about, it's a porch.
Yeah.
It's not some big like Queen's porch, right? So look at a few steps.
Yeah.
And we're on top of it. We're all standing there as kids. She's a cop, and she lets us hold the gun. Now, she says it's not loaded. And she's like showing us a few things, whatever. And I pointed the gun at my brother's head. But like, not in a way, but I wasn't going bang, bang. I just kind of went,
oh my God.
I didn't put my hand, I don't think I had my hand on the trigger. And like, but she said something, I'm like, well, it's not loaded. She's like, well, and she goes, I won't say his name, but she goes, he knows, because I taught, he knows, I always let him hold the gun because he knows gun safety. In hindsight, I'm like, what is going on here? And also, like, why aren't we in the backyard at least? Why is it like, like you're not even wearing your cop uniform, and if you were, it's even worse. You're not getting the picture here. I was like 10 or something, and like the three of us with this woman are just standing on the stoop with a gun, and like I point the gun at my brother's head, which is like not my fault.
Right.
You understand me?
Look, it's not your fault. But it wouldn't be every kid's immediate instinct.
I didn't do it like with malice. I was kind of moving around with the gun. Oh, like, hey, don't point. You know what I mean? Like, you ever see a movie where someone's like, hey, don't point. I know not to point the barrel at someone now. I'm an adult.
Yeah.
But like, she didn't like give us a thorough like thing. Like, I also you said it was unloaded. She's like, doesn't matter. I'm like, whatever. Mm.
Right. But yeah, had you never seen or have you never seen or been in the presence of a gun before?
At that point in my life, I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you using a big shot? You're judging me?
No,
I was like 9.
The woman sounds pretty weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're judging me. I was a kid. You think I wanted to kill my brother? What are you getting at here?
I'm just saying, like, my grandparents once let me hold a gun.
Yeah.
When we were visiting them in Vermont.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just saying, like, I was nervous even holding that thing.
Sure. It was like exciting. It was a thrill.
Yeah.
It was a thrill to point at my brother. But like, what you want from me? But like, my point. But why were we on the front lawn? Like someone's driving by. You know what I mean? Like they just see some kid pointing a gun at his brother with some woman. It's crazy. This is insanity what I'm describing to you. And you're like, whatever.
It almost sounds like, from the way you're describing it, it almost sounds like she was waiting for you to do something like that.
Maybe. She wanted to reprimand me.
So that she could step in and say, now let me teach you a lesson.
Yeah.
But really, she should have taught you all of that before you even picked it up.
That friend, by the way, when I worked at the jail, he's one I didn't acknowledge him. We didn't acknowledge each other. Mm. He was on the other side. I was taking his mugshot.
Oh, yeah. Wow, that was the kid, huh?
Yeah, years later. I hope he's doing okay.
What was he in there for?
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to disgrace him.
Oh, yeah.
Or whatever, I hope he's doing okay.
Yeah, look, I do too. It would just be ironic if he was in there for some kind of gun crime.
No, it wasn't a gun. Yeah, pointing a gun at his friend. It wasn't loaded. The judge is like, it doesn't matter. I'm just saying. So like that very smug woman. In the same way where like, I can see how like an older woman can make you feel a certain way. Mm. Very smug. She's like, he knows gun safety. And he and he wasn't, I don't want to like blame him for this, but he was kind of like giving that kind of like, yeah, I do kind of face.
Right.
Like, yes, auntie. Whatever.
A bit of a kiss up.
In that moment, it felt like it, right? It wasn't like, I wouldn't call this guy like a rat kiss up in general. But like in that moment, he played into it a little bit. Like, yep. And I remember being like, punking me? Whatever. You said it was unloaded. You seem, I'm putting my heart on the table and smacking with a hammer, and you're going, yeah, whatever. This is a foundational myth for me, but it's real.
This defined you?
I mean, brick by brick, you get defined by life.
Look, the woman does seem out of pocket.
Yeah.
And quite...
This all happened on a front. I'm not talking about some front lawn where you're on like County Road 22 right? Driving up and down, and like there's a bunch of trees. I'm talking about like an area where like no one is. Like, if there's a tree in your front lawn, they ain't covering anything. You see every house. You know, this ain't a rich town. The yards aren't huge.
She seems out of pocket. She seems like she handled it in a very silly way.
If the mailman was riding by in his weird little cart, right, he'd be like, "What the fuck is going on? This is crazy." I mean, just picture if I was driving by this situation, I'd be like, "Jesus Christ!" I got my cell phone. I call the cops. Like they're already there. What? You know. The cops are in the house.
But I also think you're understating a little bit.
Yeah.
You're understating how much of you is in that moment.
What do you mean?
You're acting like, oh, I was just a naive little kid.
Yeah.
But there was some of your innate aggression in that moment.
Look, you don't hold a gun unless you want to shoot someone. That's rule number one. All right? You don't hold a gun unless you're planning on killing someone. Any gun expert will tell you that you don't pick up a gun unless you plan to commit murder. That's just a fact. A gun's not for playing. A gun's for killing. All right? I'm sorry that I'm not some woman cop who doesn't understand that. In the moment, if a criminal did something to me, I'd shoot him. No problem. And even if he wasn't a criminal, we'll figure that out later. Dog. The fact that you're, no offense, maybe you shouldn't be a cop. Lucie.
Maybe not.
Do you feel like you'd be a good cop?
I think I'd be a good cop in certain situations.
Yeah, like what?
People like to mock little lady cops.
Yeah.
Because if there is a big man with an axe swinging it around, they can't do nothing.
Yeah.
Except shoot, I guess.
Right.
But But I think that sometimes little lady cops, they're good for situations where somebody just needs to be talked off an edge.
I feel like you'd be good at this. I feel like those guns that people make fun of, those little 22s that you put, they're tiny, that you could do a thing. You could learn capoeira, those dancing martial arts that seem stupid, but you could dance. You could dance your way. You could weave your way into a homeless man, or a guy with an axe, whether he's homeless or not. I don't want to begrudge the homeless. But, a threatening guy with an axe, you can kind of weave your way into his face and shove the gun into his face and shoot him. You know what I mean? Really, you're vicious.
I'll literally, I'll wear streamers.
Yeah.
I'll be a sensational looking.
Oh, that'd be great.
Sight.
Why can't lady cops look hot? I mean, they can. I'm saying, why can't they dress provocatively?
Right, yeah, they should dress like
whores.
Right, yeah, like Miss America contestants.
Yeah,
doing
bikinis.
doing their talent.
Imagine a woman in now look, now I'm not saying a thong underwear. It has to be made of a material, a Kevlar thong. Mm-hmm. Right?
Right.
And a Kevlar bra. And this woman, and and she's got the belt with the stuff. So hot. And she's shooting people. And she's not wearing high heels. Maybe they can be some kind of high heel that's enforced with everything's Kevlar.
Look, I think the benefit of female cops is that they don't want to hit, they don't want to shoot.
Yeah.
They'll talk it out with you.
I think it's the opposite. I think they should shoot all the time because this is their only chance. If you're 6'5" Irish, flat foot, right? They always use that example. I haven't seen a 6'5" cop in my whole life. Oh, some 6'5". They're always picturing Sterling Hayden in The Godfather, right? Some 6'5" Irish flat foot. I've never in my life. All my dare cops were not tall. They were taller than me. I was a kid, but this idea of this big, tall Irish kind of crazy looking cop, I don't know what you're talking about. They've always been the kind of short guys, short and built. A lot of the time,
right?
And they have a gun. That's all you need. You don't need to be 6'5" if you have a gun. Well, why can't you just wrestle people? If you're 6'5", you can wrestle people.
Right.
I don't know. I feel like don't try to wrestle cops, bro. It's never been my inclination to wrestle a cop.
Right.
If that's your thing, I hope you don't die, but I don't really care. If you're fighting a cop, stop.
Yeah.
You can get shot. Does that make me the worst? I mean, I know I'm in Zoran's New York now, but does that make me the Antichrist?
No, I mean, you should. It's better to wait. You want to fight if it's really unjust.
Yeah.
You fight them legally.
I mean, does that make me a cop cuck? I'm sorry I'm a cop, 'cause I don't think you should, in a civilized society, you should be wrestling the cops. This is not the way to handle it.
No.
Oh, look at me, my white privilege. My white male privilege. My white male German privilege. Grandpa was a Nazi privilege.
Unless they're leading a clinic.
What does that mean?
You know, where they're teaching you how to wrestle.
Well, yeah, I'm
teaching you how to defend yourself.
That's a fair point. I mean, if a cop has to go in for like certification training for jujitsu and he shoots his sensei, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm not sure. He has to have a trial at least. See what the sensei was doing. I'm not going to rule against the cop. I'm pro cop.
I mean, what if he was a sensei like Sensei John?
Sensei John is a dirty animal, and anyone who put him down would be doing the society. I mean, I don't want to say anything to get me that in a potential lawsuit situation. I'm you know, it could be used against me, but I wouldn't shed one tear for Sensei John. Not one tear. You hear me, Sensei John? No angel will carry your soul to the pearly gates. You're gonna die like a dog who masturbates. Drink the blood of Christ. You can't, 'cause you're in hell, Sensei John. The song I made. Moving on. We have a situation with air traffic control. So what's going on? Right, let's bring this up. So air traffic controllers have read some of this, please.
Trump officials to cut air traffic at 40 major airports if shutdown continues.
So basically what's going on is we have this government shutdown situation, right? We have a situation where, what's it been, like over a month now? The government's been shut down.
Yeah.
And people are saying, why can't the Democrats are to blame? Because they want these these ACA benefits, these Obamacare tax exemptions, whatever. I don't know what the deal is. Basically, Obamacare is so bad that you need these tax cut credits, or else the premiums are going to go from like $500 a month or $700 a month, like $2,000 a month.
Right.
It just seems like maybe we should figure this out, because people can't afford that shit.
No.
And I get it that the Democrat, like Obamacare didn't work. It wasn't a good. I do think that we could probably figure out a way to have Medicare for all, even if it's bad. Make it bad. I mean, I don't know why we have,
or just for a few things.
Or just get rid of health insurance. Outlaw health insurance. Outlaw it completely. I mean that. And then, you see how many doctors can afford to charge, money that can't be charged, right, paid by anyone. None of them. Like, here's the thing. As the world gets worse, and I mean this, as the world gets worse, this idea that I'll pay anything to live, nah. I need to get this done. I need to, or I'll die. I'll die at 60 instead of 80. That's fine. Like, what kind of quality of life is someone like me gonna have between 60 and 80? Unless I sell this screenplay. I'm just saying, this idea that I need, like, we're seeing how bad robots are taking control, artificial intelligence, socialist mondami. I want to live in China.
That's where you want to go?
Did I mention that, by the way?
No.
I meant to mention it.
You want to live in China?
I do want to live in China. I think, look, how bad could it be to live in China?
I mean, it seems like it's a civilized country.
I feel like look, we talk a lot about
issues.
We talk a lot about how you can't have freedom. We don't have freedom. So let's stay focused. The point is that they're because of the cost of this impasse, they've cut. They made 10%. What am I saying here? What's the point? Help me out here.
They're doing. You mean the cuts to the air traffic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they can't afford to pay the air traffic controllers.
Right.
So they're basically, they have to reduce like 10% of all flights. Bless you.
Thank you.
So basically, no one can travel anymore.
Right. Yeah. It's crazy delays.
Right, we're weeks from Thanksgiving, and they're saying, "Hey, go fuck yourself," and they're trying, and people can't afford to get their rectums sealed after they're assaulted on the subway. They can't afford to get chickenpox treatment for their children,
and now they can't even go and have a young turkey with
their dumb grandma.
Yeah.
How about you stay home, by the way?
With their one sibling.
hey, you didn't see fit to stay with your family, then don't see them.
Right.
If you don't live near your family, fuck them. That's my whole thing now. Oh, I gotta travel to see my family. Go to hell. But people should be able to travel. It's not good for the country to listen to me.
Right.
If you love your grandmom so much, you'd live near her. But you don't. You moved away from her because you don't care about her. And she don't care about you. But every once a year you travel and you pretend. You make believe. Mm-hmm. Wash me in the blood of fakery. It's a fake family. If you got to travel, if you got to get on an airplane to see your family, it's not a real family.
Maybe it's time to start having Smokey Joe on Thanksgiving.
Right. What's that?
A couple of burgers.
Yeah.
On the Smokey Joe grill.
Our grill, right? The Smokey Joe grill. Yeah. How about you cut a leg or two off that raw turkey and you put it on your Smokey Joe and you shut the hell up and you stop whining. I do think though it's a problem that we can't travel. I'd love to go to Disney World. I'd love to go to Epcot and see the monkeys and the gorillas. Is that what's at Epcot?
Is it?
I don't know what's at Epcot. What is Epcot?
Yeah, what is that?
Epcot looks like a friggin' NSA facility. What is in Epcot?
I always forget that Epcot is like an entertainment thing.
What do you think it is?
A family. I literally think of it as what you're describing.
The NSA?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at it. It looks like Echelon. This is the Epcot. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Disney is too much. I still have YouTube TV. I thought I canceled it. We only have it for Jeopardy, really. Apparently, I just paused it for a few months, so I realized I was paying the $100 wastefully, and I canceled it. But I still had a few more weeks of it left. And then Disney and ABC are fighting each other, and then they pulled ABC off of YouTube TV. Like what the world is falling apart. I can't even watch Jeopardy.
Yeah.
It's a real pick in the ass. So I'm just saying we need to figure something out. We can't keep living like this, like abortions. We're living like abortions who lived. This is, honestly.
We're living like abortion survivors out here.
Do you think there's a universe that God creates where people who are aborted live a shittier life? It's like their souls live in some kind of weird he made a world for them. Why doesn't God just do that? If God cares so much, just have their souls travel to a different universe where they just kind of manifest.
Well, isn't the whole multiverse theory kind of antithetical to God, to the idea that there's a biblical God and created this world for us?
Look, I'm not talking about a multiverse. What multiverse is saying every possibility that could have happened exists in some other universe, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. It's very, very stupid, and I'll debate you about that. If you're famous enough that matters, I'll debate you. Neil deGrasse Tyson, come debate me. Well, I want everyone to do this if you're still listening. I should have done this up top. At Neil deGrasse Tyson, you're a coward if you don't debate Trump. Kump. Kump. I'm not Trump. I'm not Trump. I'm Kump. Call him a coward, but that's it. Don't say anything racial.
Yeah.
He's a scientist. The problem is most people are well-meaning and they're good. And there's a few guys, and they think it's funny probably, but it just looks bad. Don't do that. Don't shit in the punch bowl. Keep it above board. Just call him a coward.
Keep it classy.
Keep it classy, coward. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Mm-hmm. God, you know what I'm talking about, though. People just do it. People just have no filter because they want to be the guy who stands out, so they get noticed.
Right.
We don't get noticed for that. That's how you get shot by a 6-year-old. But then again, that's how you get paid. Imagine getting shot by a poor 6-year-old. That's the worst thing in the world. You find, my wife got shot by a 6-year-old. My wife was shot by a 6-year-old boy. Was he wealthy?
if you're gonna try to bait a 6-year-old into shooting you, so that you can make cash money, you better look for the kid who's wearing Oshkosh bagosh.
You better do that kindergarten cop
and
shit.
Gucci.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
Gucci.
Yeah.
Or is it Gucci? Wait, hold on a second. I had Oshkosh bagosh, I think. I mean, maybe it's gotten more expensive.
Is it a fancy brand?
I mean, look, I don't know if I was decked out toe to toe. I did have a pair of, I didn't know from one picture I saw, or I remember as a kid, I kind of remember a pair of Oshkosh bagosh overalls.
All right.
Maybe it was a gift. Maybe it was a gift. But you might be right. These things also got more expensive over the years.
Yeah.
And I think either way, I think it's a far cry from that and Gucci. But yeah, I agree with you. Look at the price tags.
At the very least, look for the kid wearing Vineyard Vines.
I never heard of that.
You know, it's nice. It's preppy.
Okay.
It's preppy polo.
Play that game from Kindergarten Cop. Who was your daddy and what does he do? Mm-hmm. You know, oh, my daddy's Jamie Dimon. Oh, they put the bullet right in this skull. Let me experience a life without life. Imagine that.
Oh yeah.
There's a movie. I think I mentioned it before. We should watch it. It's a Dabney Coleman film. Can we look up Dabney Coleman's IMDb? Because people, you know, I think I have pretty good taste in movies, and people agree. Just look up his whole IMDb. I think I have a good taste. People sometimes like to take their recommendations from me. And there's a movie I've mentioned before. It's from the 80s, or like early 90s to 80s. So we'll go in that area. It's about a cop, he's like a detective, who gets the wrong medical results, I think. I don't know if it's told up top or not. But he's told he's only got, like, you know, a few months to live. And his medical insurance will only pay, like, or whatever, his life insurance will only pay out if he's killed on the job. And his son really wants to go to Harvard. Short time. Is that it? I think it's short time. Yeah, short. Is it? Yeah, police detective thinks he's dying and learns that his life insurance pays out more if he dies on line of duty. He tries to make that happen. It's great. It's a great. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna watch it. I don't know if it holds up that well, but it's a great premise in the very least.
Honestly, this looks great.
We should watch Short Time, and I think everyone should watch Short Time, and we can talk about it next week. Excuse me, but yeah. But this is what you need. You need a situation where, like, because his son's like, I want to go to Harvard so bad, and he gets him a mug. I don't know. I remember that scene. He gives him the Harvard mug. And it's like, what? This kid's like 10. Stop it. I need to go. You psychos who've convinced kids they have to go to Harvard or they're gonna die, and you're gonna get shot in the line of duty by some fucking dog murderer to make it happen. I mean, the head case this kid's gonna be. That kid's gonna become like a serial killer. But whatever. Short Time. I love Dabney Coleman. He's great. He was the banker in Beverly Hillbillies. If you don't know who he is, I believe he's the guy from 9 to 5. He might have been in Tootsie. Every time I bring
all that stuff. He was in Clifford.
Yeah, he was the boss in Clifford, right? Yeah. You often look at me blankly and with contempt when I bring up Dabney Coleman, but he's a real man. He's a real actor. I think he's still alive. I think he was also in Boardwalk Empire. He played the Commodore or something, right? Yeah. So no, we have a great marriage. I'm just saying, but sometimes I bring up actors and I can feel that you want me dead. All Dabney Coleman. What is wrong with you? Why are you alive? But these planes, get these planes back in the air. Because people need to travel and see their fake families.
Honestly, forget it. Forget about the air traffic control.
Yeah.
Let them figure it out.
And just get rid of health insurance altogether and just make, let these doctors. Look, if I get cancer, I want to go to the doctor from Tim Burton Batman. Remember that guy? Like, I don't have the tools. Remember him?
Right.
When he's operating on the Joker?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. Anyway, thanks so much for tuning in. And supporting the show. Don't forget to subscribe, notification bell, patreon.com/RayComp. We need the money. I'm on my knees. I'm prostrate. Call to action. Thanks so much. See you next week. Have a great week.